Hey guys, Kuran here, coming up with a new Karos theme. This is for Spiritual Realm Abyss Hard, and I'm gonna tell you right now, this team is pretty much one of the fastest for this dungeon. I've never seen a team faster than this. Maybe with all these fives, but still, I haven't seen one. And I'm gonna have to give a shout out to Snaz. He's a new player, and this is the post that he did 2 days ago, as it says in the screenshot. But I DM'd him and I asked him if I could use the same team for a video because I'm pretty sure he's the one who crafted the team. And he told me, yeah, sure, go ahead. But by the time that he answered my DMs, I kind of tweaked the team a little bit. I made it, well, what I feel like is a little bit safer and also easier to rune. So I'm gonna show you right now. If we go on replay here, this is the team. Instead of Konamiya, it was using Tion, the light one, and I feel like the Konamiya is better because you have the cleanse in case you fail the defense break at the boss stage, which removes the oblivion on the entire team, and also slow debuff, attack break, etc. And this I only made it in 2-star max because the key to this team is that you need to have no skill ups on the Sieg. You could have skill ups on this one, but since the skill ups are random, I suggest don't bother trying. Just leave him unskilled. And the shield set, you can pretty much put it on either one of these three units, the Konamiya, the Sieg, or the Miriam. But I decided to just put it on the Sieg. It really doesn't matter. I'm gonna show the Teshar runes because I think that's the most important ones. This the Teshar, as I said, it's pretty hard to rune, but you only need a 67 crit rate, and you need to be on will. That's pretty much the only requirements. And this is the speed that Snaz used on his team. I pretty much copied the speed of his team, except for the Miriam, because you don't really need speed. She plays almost never unless you miss the defense break. So damage on win, really important. This is you put your highest damage on win, there's no debate. And then you can find some crit damage more or on turn one target crit damage. And for the right side, I decided to go on attack up effect because the turn order for this team is Sieg going first, and since it goes that way, Teshar always have um, attack buff except for the middle boss and the third trash wave. Well, the third wave, pretty much. So on the first and the third wave, he doesn't need the attack buff, but on the boss stage, the final boss, he needs it. So I decided to go attack up effect because on both of his hits, he's gonna have attack buff. So this also went with first attack crit damage, but you can go with either S2 or S3 crit damage because he's gonna hit once with the S3. But yeah, anything works really as long as he has a high attack up effect or a really high crit damage artifact. Yeah, it's gonna go well with that. For the Shina, this is the speed that I went with. Again, you can go on 67 crit rate because I think I'm gonna check when we start the run, but I'm pretty sure the crystals aren't wind. But I'm gonna check when we start the run. And you still go damage on win because you want to deal as much damage as possible on the middle boss and the final boss. Crit damage more because, well, she's the first one to attack really, so she's gonna deal more damage that way. And on turn crit damage because S1 is a single target. And then for the right side, I went with crit damage more, some additionals, and S2 crit damage. Okay, so I just want to point out, Snaz is using the Luna for a particular reason. It's because on the second hit of Teshar on the last boss, the immunity buff from the Will Rune set is gonna go away. So that's gonna make Teshar below 100 crit rate. But I felt like runing Miriam would be a bit safer because you have defense buff, shield buff, and also because well you do a lot more damage pretty much. But if you want to make it uh so that when you land the defense break on the final boss, the wave is gonna go properly. In that case, you just have to replace the Miriam with another fire damage dealer. And I can show a couple here that can work really well. The best one would be Patrick, because when the health is below, is it 30? Yeah, below 30 up to 100%, it's gonna start ignoring defense. So even if you don't crit with the Char on the second hit, Patrick can easily finish the job. There's also Carlos that could help. Carlos is a great damage dealer. You could even go with Ken. But if you want more, well, Ken is free to play, but if you want more free to play options, you have also a star that we've seen in the older teams. John. This guy has a 30 crit buff on his skills, and he does really high damage. So this one is also a really great option. But as I said, I use the Miriam to make it a bit safer in case you miss the defense break on the boss stage. In that case, it can still kind of recover. And for the rest, as I said, it's only respecting the speeds. And you can, for this one, you can put pretty much anything. Just put tankness and minus wind. You can put S3 recovery here. It's going to help with the runs for the safety. For this one, right now I have him at 2 stars. But guys, level him up. Just put him at 6 stars and start farming with the team. He's gonna level up by himself while you farm. And why I'm saying this is when you there's two cases where it can go a little bit wrong. If you do both S1s on the final boss and you lack damage. And in that case, that's why having a max level Siek 6 star is gonna make him deal more damage to the boss. I'm also gonna try to rearrange the runes later on. It's just that right now I'm trying to save mana for siege or whatever, and I'm gonna try to make him like have a bit more damage. Also put him on damage on wind and some crit damage or whatever. I'm probably gonna ruin him on crit rate because when you do two S1s, this one is gonna move and the Miriam is gonna move. So the same thing as Miriam, put her on damage on wind and also try to add some damage. Here I tried to add a bit of attack, but I'm gonna rearrange the runes for sure because I'm gonna farm this team with the tickets that they give for the Demon Slayer event. So yeah, just to make it safer, you could also scale her up. The S2 you don't really need, but the S1 it's gonna deal more damage, I'm pretty sure. Actually we could check. She deals more damage, so I'm gonna scale her up later. But I'm still gonna show the runs right now. So yeah, one last thing before I show the runs. As I said in multiple of my videos, I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs before the end of the year. And so far we're at 96, around 96 of viewers that aren't subscribed. So it takes 2 seconds. If you could just like and subscribe the video, it's gonna help the channel a lot. Okay, let's get to it. So as I said in the turn order, this one goes first, and then the Shina, and you see it's pretty much easy. And the thing that is cool with that team is that you don't care about Shina's AI, because you need to clear in case she derps. The only thing that it does is that if she does S2, it's a bit faster because it clears in one shot. But if he doesn't, well, if the Shina does an S2, if she goes S1, he's still gonna kill the defense broken unit, and then Konami is gonna boost, and then with the second shot, he's gonna kill the waves. If he doesn't kill the waves, it's not gonna work. You have to make sure you have enough damage. Okay, here you're gonna see. There you go. Now it kills. And that's another thing as to why I prefer Miriam over Luna, because Nas was using Luna, but I feel like the fact that you have Miriam here makes it that on the second hit, when Konamiya boosts the Tashar, he has attack buff, and then Miriam's gonna boost that attack buff. And yeah, also for the last waves, as you can see, since the Siek is not skilled up and he has perfect AI, he's gonna use it only on the first wave and on the last wave, the boss wave. So as I said, the only possible fail that could happen is if you miss the defense break on the final boss. But I've seen a couple of runs where it happened, and on the first one, I was using the Tion like Snaz is using, and then I noticed, I was like, wait a second, if I had my cleanse, I would be able to remove that Oblivion, because when the Shina is Oblivion, she doesn't defense break anymore, which makes it a lot unsafe, I feel like. Okay, here we have a failed run. We're gonna see if it actually fails. But as I was saying, like now you have, okay, now it's a bit better because like Shina didn't get Oblivion. But yeah, I still feel like it's gonna clear. Okay, we have this one boosting. It doesn't really matter. I feel like the Miriam is strong enough to tank it. Yeah, that's what I was saying, to max level and boost the damage of your team. Because now it would have cleared. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna fix that out later because obviously I want to run this team as fast as possible while I use the tickets, because I'm either gonna go, I'm probably gonna use one for fight and two for seal, because I need seal runes for siege, of course. But yeah, it's the only thing that can make it fail is if you miss the defense break and if there's like too many crits and oblivions on the teams. But as I said, max level, the Siek and the Miriam boost their damage, also make them a little bit tanky, because they don't really need that much stats. They only need speed requirements. So make, if you can do them on like curate HP and have damage on wind as the artifacts, it's already a good bonus, I feel like. So yeah, you saw the time. It's pretty fast. It can fail, obviously. Rarely any teams are perfect except my Necropolis team. But yeah, that's the team, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and see you on stream.